All right, what's good, guys? Today we're doing a VOD review of our FNCS Week 1 Round 4 Game 1 win. A little bit of a tongue twister, but this set us up for a great rest of the tournament, of course, winning in Game 1. And so, yeah, I just want to break down how we won in such a stacked lobby and show how easy it is for you guys to do it. So, let's go. Of course, also, I do want to mention, I know FNCS is over by the time this is posted, but these are things that you can take and learn for forever. Like, this is something that this video will teach you things that you can learn and put it into play next season, 100%. And I'm gonna break down as much as I possibly can here so that way you guys can get a full understanding of what I'm doing and why I'm doing these things. All right, so Game 1, Round 4, we're gonna have the best drop. We're locked in on our drops. We're not gonna make the mistake of having a trash marker. Like, I've zoomed in on the map. You guys saw me back then, just a couple seconds ago. I was focused on making sure that we had the best marker on the drop. You'll see here, we jump out the bus. We're looking right for the players. So we jump out, right? Boom, right? So here you guys can see, I'll pause a little bit more. You guys can see this guy over here to the right. You guys can see somebody down here next to my character. And all these things are clues that we use to know if we're contested or not earlier in the game, right? Right? Think we're conned.
Like a lot after mid.
Sure to scout other splits. Take out the best. And you guys will hear me say, get ready to scout other splits, meaning like we want to know what, we don't know if we're conned, we don't know if we might have to run, we don't know what our loot might be. We want to know if the north house right over here, like we want to know if this house over here is contested, right? If that's unconned, we can leave right away if we get bad loot and go straight away and get stacked, right? Also, you'll see here when I pull my glider, I'm not looking around, right? When you have best drop in the game of Fortnite, when you have your best drop, you hit the marker, you glide perfectly, you jump perfectly, everything's set for you to win that spot. Do not look around. That is the worst thing you can do. The only thing you can do when you're gliding in is look up and down, because that doesn't change your speed while gliding towards the landing spot. So you'll see here, like we're talking about best drops. And Jack scouting. So we both instantly say, okay, I have best drop, or if Jack has best drop, and we just switch off the roles automatically. No questions asked. Jack knows if I have best drop, he scouts, which means he looks around, he checks with the players nearby, where they're gonna land, where they might land, and he starts to draw a picture for me, a prediction picture, like, okay, hey, they're landing at this building, right? They're landing at this building, and you know, this means they might have one chest here, and they might be coming down here and get this chest, and you know, he's, of course, he's not drawing a super deep picture, but he's explaining as much as he can so I can have a reference without having to look. And like I said, this is the same way if Jack out drops, I'm going to tell Jack exactly the same things. Middle somehow? Are you want me to get middle?
I don't think we can get middle now.
He's landing my building. He's landing here.
Okay. Yeah,
he's landing middle. He's landing middle.
Yeah.
And you'll see there, right at the end, I'm scouting around myself. I know I just mentioned to not look around, but when you're getting closer to the POI, as long as you don't see gliders to your sides, nobody's going to beat you. I'm sure you've all experienced when people have the same drops as you. Like if you're contesting Peterbot at Grimgate, everyone's got the good drop for the top chest. That is a moment where you just don't look around ever and you just go straight for the chest. I got nothing, bro.
Hi, Vacant.
No gun spawns.
And
since this is on Twitch,
drum minis.
The quality's a little lower, so that's why you just want to say that. But I'm also going to be able to skip through the VOD. So here we're just looting.
At middle building.
Right, we got our mats, got our loot, get our barrels, all simple stuff, right? So here you'll hear us talk about comms, right? Or you'll hear us comm to each other, right? So we say 2 1 2 1 2 1 because it's a lot of this POI is a lot. I'm trying to say this POI is very footstep based, right? So when we're talking to people or we're talking about the people that are in the POI that we're contesting, we'll just toss up number 1 2 1 2, and if you just say 1, that means there's a player lurking. If you say 2, then they're together. And then if you only hear 1, like let's say like the fight stalemates going on here, right? I'll fast forward here. We fight, whatever. Let's say like they start running out. Then we start the comms again. 1 1. Oh, 2 2 2. Okay, good. And they didn't sneak out and start lurking on us. And that's probably a fair point to make for every spot. Like getting quick comms and being decisive with what you're saying off spawn is huge.
Crack the MP, crack the MP. I'm flanking sidewall.
So there's no real like rhyme or reason to the speed, the pace of the fight. It's more so these guys have less loot than us because we've positioned ourselves like that. We've landed at the better spot on the map or on the POI, and we're just going to simply fight them. Of course, we're taking it slow to be careful here. Jack, I would say the only thing that maybe is making me be more aggressive here is the fight's taking a little longer than it should be, and Jack's also getting a little bit closer to getting the entry damage. I know he's like on the edge of it. So you'll see here, like I'm deep in the box. On top of that, I'm also 0 ping, and I like have very, very quick reaction speed. So being in the box really close to that wall and being able to run back and hit this guy that's just the way 0 ping really is, to be honest with you. I'm confident this guy's never going to be able to grab my wall, you know? So.
Ready?
I'm good.
White. Kitty white on one.
Ready?
Nice, kitty white.
0 ping.
What's on 22 right now?
Grab the wall, kill one. Kill the other guy, dead. That's it. So the other guy got away, he lurked a little bit, and he died. So now we're just gonna go into our typical route here. Now we're gonna get our mats, get our loot, everything that you guys do every game as well, right? Loot up, play positioning, rotate. I don't know where, it doesn't matter where you're landing exactly. If you're landing like Mount Olympus or something, then you probably are looting and rotating, right? For us, we're looting and basing and looting and like, yeah, just playing for surge and mid map. Right, everyone's different. Nothing to really point out here. This is just typical game plan stuff, right? For reference as well, I have made videos on Surge before over at different spots on the map, coaching different people. I've done it myself where I've made a video plain and simple saying, hey, I'm gonna help you guys get better at Surge. I've done that before. I've done it going over Ritzy. Obviously that's gone now. I've done it coaching people. Like somebody will ask me, hey man, I really wanna get better at Surge. Can you please help me watch this game? And I'll help them. So there's a lot of videos out there for Surge. I don't wanna skip through this and not mention that. If you guys are struggling with Storm Surge, go dig through the channel. All of my videos, I promise you, are something that you should be watching if you're a competitive player or you wanna get better at the game. So here again, still nothing crazy, right? We're doing our game plan. We're sitting, getting our Surge. Jack's still been on the hill the entire time. I'm literally running around, just doing my thing, getting my metal up, getting my loot up where I can. Nothing special, just like what you guys would be doing. Okay, here, right? Big thing with whenever you guys are able to be close to Grimgate water, and of course Restored is right next to it. Always, 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 please, 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 please use skulls and keep your skulls. I know that maybe sounds super basic. Practice not dashing. Save your skulls till the very end. Like that will change your game dramatically. So here, for example, Jack could have dashed from the skulls down here, right? Because he got the skulls. He could have dashed using 2 skulls, 3 skulls back to the base and got up to the base fast, right? But now it allows us, he didn't do it. And now it allows us to dash off of our base.
Like farm metal there. Ready?
Right, so look, Jack's got skulls. I've got skulls, and we dash off the base. And it allows us to do things like that. I'm not saying that's not the biggest point here that'll make this video for skulls. I will go into it deeper. But I just want to say that skulls are absolutely busted, and you guys are not taking it as much.
We don't want to get held here.
Or you guys are not taking advantage of it as you could.
No, try really
So here, metal, simple, right? Just doing our thing.
We're chilling. We can just use. We can use that pad. We can use the water. There's a lot we can do. This. I'm gonna clear this bush if I can.
Right here, this is a very important part that I try to teach you guys as much as I possibly can, as often as I possibly can, is to plan your rotates. I say it in a really like drawn out way of where I'll say, okay, option A, B, C, right? So option A, right, we'll just draw the A, might be to go to the pad, okay? Option B might be to go up the water and go to zone. You know, we'll use the mini map for example, okay? That might be option B. Option C might be to dash and go to the bush, right? And so either way, if I do B or C, I have to clear this bush, right? On top of that, if I do any of these options, A, B, or C, I have to look around me. So you can see I'm obviously in my cone right now, right? And so Fortnite is all about creating options and creating as much A, B, C, D, E, like as many options as you can get. We talked about how C would be through here, B would be around the water, and A would be to the pad, right? D would be up to the north, right? I didn't plan that at this moment in this game, but you definitely can. And if it pulls to the north, I already know right away what I'm going to do or what I think is the best option. And then you can act confidently on that option. And that is like the biggest thing in competitive Fortnite is being able to constantly do that throughout the entire game, moving zones. If they do that, I'm going to do this, right? If zone pulls to this bush, I'm going to do this. I don't know where it's going to go.
We can use that pad. We can use the water. There's a lot we can do. I'm gonna clear this bush if I can.
But I'm giving those options, right? And I'm also vocalizing those options to my teammate, so he's also aware.
Ready?
It's not just caught off when I go do something.
Towards the pad. Box. There.
Am I right? Yeah. Good.
Armor this.
So I say, let's play pad. Nobody's on it. Why not? Why not take it? Get some mats up. No big deal, right?
Yeah.
Now, of course, we pad here. Okay, we pop a berry and we pad. I didn't show that, but there's nothing to be shown there. I do want to say that I was considering using dash here and just going up the water, but I felt like the pad put me in a better position on the map. If I use my skulls here and I'm going up the river here, right, I can only get to like here, maybe. I mean, you can get as deep as you could in the moment. You don't know what this looks like, right? I'm saying, like, you can only get so deep, right? If I start running from the land here and use my sprint, it's gonna get me to what? Maybe here, right? Maybe there. But if I pad this, I get a lot of choices. So I can pad and go here, I can pad and go here, I can pad and go over here, right? And I don't have to really worry about it because I'm going exactly where I want to go. So I opt to go for the pad here, and I think it still is the play to pad.
Can you go as high as me?
I'm a bit lower than you. I'm not like.
Okay, that you guys hear me talk about, did you go as high as me? Because sometimes the pad bugs. You'll pop a berry, you'll go up this high, teammate goes up this high, and that means you can reach further. You can go even deeper into the zone, and he can't. And so I'm dropping down layers here to get back on the same layer as my teammates. That way we can both reach the same spot at basically the same time. And that is huge. That's a big part of just team play in general, sticking together.
How about now?
Yeah, I'm higher than you a bit.
How about now?
I'm gonna go hard left here.
Here we are.
Team here. No one's. Oh, team here on our left. I'm going right up the middle. Right up the middle. These guys are going.
And you'll see this is kind of like a blind rotate, and they're not all bad. Blind rotates aren't all bad, but you'll see here, right? Was gonna go left, didn't opt to go left, went up the middle. It was kind of just playing it by ear and just instinct, right? Saw a team to my left, so I went right. Nothing crazy to point out there, but just instinct, right?
Yeah.
It's really simple here. So here, we just get in zone here. We just chill out. No big deal. Next one pulls, right? And I'm already looking at the options. Like, okay, can I go straight here? If I can, do I go now, right? Or do I go up this way and come down the hill? Or do I go around left and drop down the hill? Or what am I gonna do here, right?
Yeah, I have 6 minutes. One med kit. My heal's kind of med too.
Okay, we're about to run out of green water here.
That was my thought. I was like, let me just dash to the green water, get green water again, and then I have skulls and I'm in zone, right? That makes sense. And so I end up seeing this team right up here. You guys can kind of see them. It's really hard, but
You guys are going?
now you can see them.
Come.
That was the team that was in front of us, and they're running. And so I see that they go, and then we go. Like, if I see them go and they get fried by 6 teams in front of them, I'm not going that way, and I might wait a little bit until the fight dies down a little bit. But if I see them go and it's free, I'm right behind them, 100%.
Watch that brick team. That's all we have to really worry about.
So you'll see here on the rotate, I'm telling Jack what he needs to be cautious of. He needs to watch out for the brick team that's to our left right now. That's not on camera. I don't know. Let's see it. We see like a big base here, right? Like somebody's all the way at the top of this base here. I'm going to tell Jack, I'm going to mark it and tell him, hey, watch the top of that base. Okay, let's say these guys are opening for surge right here, right? Say, hey, watch out. The sniper. Metal box has a sniper. I'm going to calm those things to my teammates so that way he knows what to be careful of. So here, we're in zone here. Nothing to say here. I'm just in zone. Simple positioning.
Back to us.
Max surge because we played good positioning earlier. Pad of the zone. Everything's chilling, right? This is just typical Fortnite. We're doing our thing. We get zones, skip ahead here. Nothing crazy. Now we see it pulls across the water, right? This is crazy, right? What could we do here? Again, in this moment, I'm planning my options. Okay, option A is I go around left. Option B is I swim through the water. Option C is I like get skulls here and get back up, right? Like I'm planning my options, right? Just want to keep saying that. It's very important.
Yeah, we just ramp this and dash across. I go lie.
And so you'll see me talk about what I want to do, and it's to ramp it and dash across. And I still think this is the play to the day. The plan here is simple. We're going to build up ramps with our fizz on, with like our flowberry popped, our fizz is popped, and we're gonna jump and go up the ramp and then dash the zone using one of our dashes or maybe 2 of our dashes. And this is a strategy that is not used enough, and I'm here to leak it. I don't care. Yeah, this is what I was talking about earlier of why skulls are so important, is if you can save these skulls to the later parts of the game, this is how you can win these games so much easier. And this is also why if you go in replays in any of these stack lobbies, if you go into any of my replays, actually I should say, you will see that my duo and me, Peterbot, or whoever's landing Grimgate, whoever has the Grimgate coin, we are the only 2 teams with skulls because we can save our skulls so well. This is why skulls are so busted, and if you can use them at the right time, it'll save you like this, right? Across the water, rotate. We do it so simply, and it puts us in position to win. All right, so I'll skip ahead here until we do it. Timing wise, that's kind of important, right? We don't go right away, we go kind of late because it doesn't matter when we go, or it does matter when we go necessarily, but it doesn't matter how late we go, I should say. All right, so here we go. Pop the fizz. Scout my side because I want to know if I'm going to ramp up, who's going to fry me. Is there going to be a guy back here on this cone?
Ready? Yep. I guess.
Water left.
Just trying to go up. Dashing now.
Boom.
And here, play height. 3 dashes.
That's it. That's all it was. 2 dashes got us height in this stacked game. Game number 1. 2 dashes got us height. So we go up
Connect. Yeah.
and we connect, right? This is a simple Fortnite height. Like for the most part, you guys all know how to play high ground. Hold it, spray teams below you, blah, 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 blah. I'm not gonna go too deep into it. And I don't want to because this is a very simple game from this point forward. Like I'll skip ahead here.
What's below us?
All we're doing
Like,
is double coning
ramp
out.
up below us. Like ramp.
Right? Double coning out like this with metal cones because once they build, they're super healthy. You don't have to put floors. And I'm telling Jack to hold our back. And then once that's gone, once everyone's having to leave, he comes forward and then we play default height. That's the only thing special we did this game.
Below the cones, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, I'm just purpose.
Right? Harp out with cones.
I'm gonna connect the.
Go deep here, connect.
Remember, you lose a ton of mats.
Huh?
So just remember, we don't have like a ton of mats.
You don't have a ton?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have like crazy.
That's it.
Right on this metal.
Here, zone pulls far.
Just
Right? Instead of tarping this, because look how far the zone is, you can look at the mini map and see it's huge. There's no point, right? So he gets me mats. I say, okay.
Keep spraying.
We stagger a bit here. I don't care how deep you are, if you're in the right in the center or you have like, I don't care. You still stagger because you want to hold this guy right here. Like this guy who might be, I don't think he's coming up, but this guy right here could come up. People are always going to go front, like this guy right here. He's going to go to the front and look up, right? And if you're going with him at the same time, that's free height. They're going to look up and see nobody's on height. So you have to stagger a bit, hold your ground, spray, do all the typical height things, right? That you're seeing what we're doing here. And then you pressure, letting the lobby know, hey, I'm still on height. I'm still up here. Do not come up. I'm going to spray you. And there you go. Dash across, use your last skull. Again, because we were able to save our skulls until this very end of the point of the game, we were able to use them to take high ground back-to-back times. I will say the one thing here is before all this, you guys were seeing me kind of go out and like, let's say the zone was going this way, right? I'll draw a little scenario here. You guys were seeing me before this go out and like floors, right? Or cones. I'm doing circles. Okay, whatever. I'm not drawing squares. All right, like you guys are seeing me go right up the middle here. Okay, but when the zones get smaller, you want to go to a side. And so you're seeing it kind of form here and you'll see it in a second. But let's say like the zone was going this way. I would say go around like this and play a side. Does that make sense? Hope that makes sense. So you're seeing here, right? We're still spraying. We're still kind of center. It's a pretty big zone.
Keep watching that, please.
And then here, you'll see, I see it gets smaller. I recognize it.
I hit hard. I see that body. I can beam that body. I'm beaming that body.
And I play a side.
I can't. There's like 5 kids on it. Never mind.
Okay. Go banana.
There's so many kids back in storm right now.
Because of course, right? Like just thinking about it, I mean, you want spray angles, and if you're above everybody, you're tarping wide across the lobby, you're not going to be able to spray anybody.
They're gonna come up. They're gonna go lower there.
So yeah, this is it. He gives me heals.
They're all like some.
Skip ahead here. We play heal off, nothing crazy, right? I will say when I am playing heal off here, I'm thinking about loot that's near me. I'm thinking about campfires that are on the map. I'm thinking about the medallions on the map is a great way to point towards loot. You go towards the medallions in storm, and a lot of times there's med kits or there's a fight around it. If the guy with the dashed out medallion or Ceice medallion died, chances are he died in a fight. He didn't just die a zone. He just doesn't just stand still and die, right? So that's a great thing to go towards. And in general, just trying to find extra heals. That's all you can really do. Yeah. As you can see, we ended up winning the game. Simple, easy, game 1 win, FNCS,
Nice.
round 4. Boom. That was it. That set us up for a great round 4 and set us up to place, I think, top 75, which got us in the lower brackets. And then we went on to play week 2. Just want to show how easy it is. I want to make this video quick, short, and sweet. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. And I'm excited to do some more for you guys. So if you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments below. I can continue to go over a bunch of my games. I've got a bunch of other wins from all the other sessions, session 3, session 4. We got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to cover. So good luck out there as usual, and I'll see you guys later.